Okay, question from number 13 on the homework that started on page 709. Okay, this is the level C problem. Let x sub 0 be a point on the parabola x squared equals 4py. Using the method explained in the textbook, show that the equation of the line tangent to the parabola at x0, y0 is this down here. We're trying to show that that's true. Okay, and so here's what I did to start. So here's my tangent line. Plugging in the point, there's the point, and here's the slope I need to find. Okay, so I solve for the slope, right? And when I solve for the slope, I have y minus y sub 0 over x minus x sub 0. Now you notice I didn't put y in there because remember y is from here, right? Y is equivalent to x squared over 4py, and so I replace the y with x squared over 4p. Okay, so we have this equation right here. At this point, I multiply the top and the bottom by 4p just to get rid of my compound fraction. Right? So in doing that, distributing through, I get to x squared minus 4py sub 0, and then the bottom 4p times this quantity right here. Okay? Looking at this right here, right? This is the equivalent of x sub 0 squared, because if I were to take this y sub 0 and plug it in right here, right, remember this is a point on the parabola. So if that's a point in the parabola, if I plug in y sub 0 and x sub 0, I'd get that x sub 0 squared equals 4py sub 0. Hey, look, there's 4py sub 0, so I can replace that with x sub 0 squared. Okay, and that's where that comes from right there. Why is that better? Because then I can factor this, the difference of squares. Once I factor it, then I could cancel out those groups, and I'm left with x plus x sub 0 over 4p equals n for myself. If I'm at that x sub 0 point, which is where the tangent is, then I can plug the x sub 0 in, so my slope at that point is 2x sub 0 over 4p. This is the slope for any given point, right, that we'd have. This is just if I'm at the x sub 0. Right, so I get that equation, and we reduce down to this. There's my slope in all given cases. I put that into the equation that I had at the beginning. Right there, I distribute and put it into slope-intercept form, and I find that that's going to be my y-intercept there of negative y sub 0.